All right, people, Mr. Wright here with lesson 23 for trombones. But first, let me say that I have started a Patreon page. If you go to the patreon.com/the Wright Band Method, you'll see that I've got different tiers listed for subscriptions. For students, it's $3 a month. And with that, you'll get the PDF files for each one of the lessons. And then you'll also get when I write a band arrangement, I'll give you the parts for that instrument, a PDF file copy of if you're a trombone player, you get trombones 1, 2, and 3 as a part of that. Also, you'll see the video that goes with the lesson. So and that goes for all the different band instruments. For directors, you would not only get just that PDF file, all the PDF, you get actually the PDF books of all the band instruments: flute, oboe, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, all the percussion, everything, bass guitar. So you get all those books. They're about 111 pages each. And also you get the conductor score, which is over 650 pages long. So you get all that, plus for $7 a month, you would be also getting when I write a band arrangement once a month, or put one out once a month, you would get the PDF copies of the score plus all the different parts. And you'd see a YouTube recording of the band playing that particular piece. So that would be coming at you once a month. And then there's some other things I'm going to be throwing there as well. There's higher levels that you could give to help me, because it takes me about 5 hours to do just one of these videos, because all the different ways that I do the recording. But on now to lesson 23 from the trombone book of the Wright Band Method. Of course, the first measure in number 1 is I've got 2 different octaves written here for you. If you can't hit these high notes, then you can play the lower octave. Let me play the lower octave first. You could do that, or you could play the upper octave. On this little exercise right here, I'll play the upper octave for right now. Also, it does say 80 beats per minute, but I've got my metronome set for 90, just so it kind of clicks along a little bit faster for us. So here goes lesson number 1, or lesson 23, number 1. Now, also, I need to say, there's a little notation here under number 1, that C right there, this whole note C, is the same pitch as this half note C. Notice that the note head is on the same space on the staff, the C space, just to make you aware of that. So let's do number 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So number 2, B flat, F, E flat, D, C in 6th position, right? So pretty simple exercise. Ready? Number 2. 1, 2, ready? Now, I'm working with a trumpet player right now, and he does what I did as a 5th grader. I used the back of my throat. I went, but you can't get away with that. Later on, when you're double tonguing, when you got to tongue real fast, like tika, 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 say tika, tika to double tongue, like tika, 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 right? So you've got to do that later on. So don't get in the habit of thinking you'll be able to go, it's not going to work. So make sure you're using your tongue. If a note doesn't speak for you, if say you're playing that first measure of number 1, it goes, just kind of spia, that may be an indication that you're not using your tongue. The tongue starts that airstream with a burst of air that kind of gets those lips vibrating. So it makes playing trombone or trumpet or any brass instrument so much easier. It is hard to use the glottal attack to start a note. It just doesn't work, or just a breath attack. That's even more difficult. So if you use the tongue, it gives us this burst of air that'll get those lips vibrating. And also, if it's kind of doesn't want to speak, sometimes it's because you got your lips mashed together. I always like to have my a thumb's distance between my teeth and my lips to get an open sound. You'll see me as I put the mouthpiece up to my mouth. I'll just pull my lips apart once I get it up there. I'll even stick my tongue between my lips to make sure there's a space between my lips, and it gives this nice open sound that will, where lips have plenty of room to vibrate. You'll also hear me do a little bit of vibrato, and what I'm doing is just taking my bottom lip and just going whoa, 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 just a fraction, like a millimeter, not moving my bottom lip that much. Moving on to number 3, we've got quarter, eighth quarter, quarter, like dee da 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 dee da da da. The way you count it: 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then it does some other things right here, like in measure 24. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and you hold out that half note for 2 beats. So here's number 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, number 4. Pretty simple. D da 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 da. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. So whenever you have a half note there, when it's hollow with the stem, hold it out for 2 beats. And number 4. 1, 2, 3. Right, and then you can go slower on these. Just stop the recording, go slower, practice them. When I'm working with a student, usually we'll play one of these 2 or 3 times if it's kind of moving along kind of fast. And you want to make sure that you're getting the positions accurate. So you may have to go da 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 da. Just make sure each one. So you don't want to go for speed. I'll tell you what, I'm going to slow down my metronome here. Number 5, we've got the rhythms here from lesson 14, galloping forwards and backwards. At measure 39, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. But the first line and the third line are pretty much the same. So here comes number 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that is lesson 23 for trombone. Hope you enjoyed it.